Hey, what's going on, everyone? Big Ant here, and I am really excited. I've been waiting for this game a long time. I had to make an Antsiders video. It's Borderlands 4. As you're seeing this, the game just came out, and I can't wait to dive in there. As you can tell, I already picked my Vault Hunter, who I'm going to be. But let's talk about settings, because this is going to be a doozy for settings. This is for PC. You can take some of these settings. You also can go over to console with it. But let's talk about it, because we want to. This game is more about your FPS and how the game looks. So I do different stuff in this settings that I probably wouldn't do in other games. Definitely go check out my other videos, my other setting videos. I do a bunch of them. So when we go to options, right from the start, you want to display mode full screen. I know if you have multiple monitors, you're gonna want to do, you can probably dabble into Windows full screen if you want to, but to get the most frames, you definitely want to do full screen. Make sure your resolution is whatever your monitor it is. This is good to have stats on if you want to see your FPS, if you like that type of stuff. If not, keep it off. Limited frame rate. I'll be honest, if your PC is struggling, you can cap it off at 60, so then no overages can affect your PC and the stress of it, especially if you're streaming or you're recording. Vertical sync, always want to turn it off. Everything else I left the same. Now when it comes to field of view, it starts you at 90, which is like really close up. The further you go, I have it at 110. I have a little bit more of a buffer room with my PC, but keep it at 90. You can help your computer out tremendously. Unless you got a beef for your system, then you can put it up. I do like to see more of the screen when this game, but there's a lot going on in the game. Now we go over to an advanced tab. This is like, you know, the beefiness of what the game is going to be. So this is what I'm running so far, and I'll do an update video if anything changes. They also did a day one patch, which did some PC performance stuff as well. Also, make sure if you have NVIDIA or AMD, make sure you update to the latest drivers. There's probably going to be a Borderlands 4 driver up there, so make sure you update that as well. Very important. Go down here, upscaling. They're gonna have you do upscaling regardless, so make sure if it's NVIDIA, you do DLSS. If it's AMD, FSR. If you have an Intel, make sure you do XESS. Upscaling is going to be your best friend in this game. I know how some people feel about it or not, but this is going to be your best friend. I do the upscale quality to quality, right? You know, you can do performance if you have a lesser of a rig. That's fine. I do like to make things look pretty, so I do quality, but it's okay. You know, balance or performance, you just want to get as much frames as possible without the lag. Screen capture quality, you know, full screen. You can do low as well, which I'm probably going to do that because it renders the screen capture. Now, this is what is going to change a little bit depending on what you have in your computer. Frame generation. So I have a 50 series graphics card, so I turned it on because I already saw before the game came out that PC is going to run a lot. It's going to make your PC scream. So I got frame generation on, and I put it to ×3. So, you know, with frame generation, obviously it's fake frames. It's frames in between the real one to make it smooth. I didn't want to max it all the way up right now. Just I wanted to see. I played a little bit of the game so far, and I'm getting about over 100 FPS. I mean, honestly, you should just target 60. You don't really need it, but this is just a boost if you have it. I think the 40 series has something similar to this as well. You want to put it on for right now, see how it feels, the smoothness of it. If not, turn it off. NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. This is for NVIDIA graphic card. This is just for latency. Keep it on. If you're CPU bound, there should be one that says boost. So definitely check into one of those two. Definitely want to have it on, especially when you play multiplayer. All right, let's get down to the settings. There's not that many of them. So pretty much I keep everything to far distance, or I turn things off or low. The only thing that I kept mine high on is the texture quality. And to be honest, you're okay with medium. You're okay with medium. Low, you're kind of pushing it. You just got to remember, this is Borderlands. And when you get into these big fights and you got a lot of things on the screen going on, a lot of weapons being dropped, explosions and everything, this is more of a arcade type of game. You don't want to have so much taxing stuff. That's why I turn off the foliage, the fog, the cloud. I'm turning this stuff off because the screen is going to be so much for you. If you haven't played a Borderlands game, loot flies out everywhere. It is an absolute crazy scene. It's fun, but it's going to do a lot for your computer, especially with this new game here. Turn everything low. My shadow qualities and whatnot, I probably can do low here. I'm just testing to see how it looks with that. So far it's looking good. The lightning and the reflection, put things on low. Reflection quality, I would even put this bad boy on low. You don't really need to see the reflection of a puddle. Just not that type of game. Post-process, put it on low. Motion blur, please turn it off. This is going to save you frames. This is going to give you the most boost as possible. I am all about, one, making the game look as best as possible, and two, the FPS, because that's how it makes it smooth, makes it buttery, it makes you enjoy the time. Test these settings out, please. I want to hear about it. What are you excited about in Borderlands 4? What characters you want running, and how are these settings work for you? Put it right down in the comments in the description below. I'm going to reply to everybody. Like, follow, and subscribe. And as always, love y'all.